All right, part 3, because I got a phone call and I tried to hang up on it and it ended the video. So do you think what I was saying is, do you think it's easy to live a life without people to support you? Do you think that's an easy choice and decision to make? You know what I mean? Like, I remember when my aunt died, I very much felt like, now I have to figure out life on my own, because nobody else is going to help me. Nobody else is going to support me. And even if my father would, I would not go to him. Because why? Do you know what I mean? After everything he said to me, why would I ever go to him and say, I need help? So he can be like, I knew you would never have anything. I knew you would never be anybody. Like, is that what I'm supposed to do? Or am I right in choosing myself, finally being the first person to really choose me in my entire life? Not because I'm a responsibility, not to make myself a burden, whatever, but to actually choose me and my sanity and my well-being. Has nothing to do with the therapist trying to tell me that I need to go. I was going no contact before therapy was even a thing in my life. And half of that equation, the other parent had already gone basically no contact with me. For whatever reason they want to use, whatever excuse they want to use, they were not involved in my life. They were already no contact. So why are you surprised? Why are you shocked? Y'all keep going out here fucking trying to beat us with the woe is me stick about how it's so hard to be you and this, that, and the other. Y'all made the life choices y'all made. Okay? And I'm making the life choices I make. For my mental health, for my well-being, for my nervous system, the parts of me that are so important, that were never cared for, never nurtured. But I'm the bad guy because I choose me. And I don't choose what society says I should do. I don't choose the status quo lifestyle of you should be there for your parents no matter what. Is that what y'all would say to this Iranian girl from Washington, whose parents set her up for an arranged marriage to an older man? She's like 17. And they set her up for an arranged marriage in Iran with an older man. And I guess she had a boy. Like, then this is what I don't get. Okay, I'm gonna kind of, I'm kind of a true crime person, and like these kind of things always interest me. I always want to understand people, probably because of my upbringing. You know what I mean? But I don't understand why you would want to try to live a Sharia law type life in a country like America. Like, if you want your child to marry an Iranian, why are you letting them live in America? You know what I mean? Like, why are you giving them the freedom and then being surprised when they don't want to be submissive and go get married to some older man they don't know and they've never met? You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to like poop or shit on anybody's religious beliefs or whatever the fuck, but like, so the dad tried to kill her because she wasn't gonna go marry this guy. So would y'all tell her she needs to have a relationship? And then of course her mom's in on it, because that's what they do. They follow the husband. And so, like, is that the life that y'all think everybody should be living? Like, we should be honor killed if we don't do what people think we should do? If we don't live our life according to someone else's expectation of us? And like, you think she should have a relationship with her parents now? They tried to fucking kill her. Should she go have a relationship with them now? Or is she fucking selfish because she's gonna choose herself and her well-being? Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm just asking. Because it's mind-blowing to me. And here's what I would really love to get past this whole, like, sides of this, right? And, like, get to actual healing. But how do we even do that? How do we even do that? You know what I mean? When you have older generations that are so set in their ways and the way that they grew up and the way that their parents grew up and all that and blah, 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 and how much they gave us this, that, and the other. And I will say, I do think people that give their kids a lot, the people that give their kids the world a lot of times, I think that's a misstep. You have to really teach children the value of life and other values in order for them to not become a total brat, in my opinion. And I say that as somebody that works with children, like well-off children. You know what I mean? And it kind of is what it is, you know what I mean? And hopefully people can at least come to peace with where they're at in their life, regardless of how things pan out for them. Like, I wish that the adults, parents, can find peace with where they're at and stop, torturing themselves basically about their child not wanting to be really involved with them. And a lot of times it's not even that we don't want to be involved. We're just not willing to put up with certain things. And especially if we grew up in an abusive environment and we were afraid all the time. When I left my dad, I had nightmares. For a long time, I had nightmares that he was chasing me. And one time he caught me. In one of the dreams, he caught me. Like, I just grabbed, it was like a push door, like at a store or whatever. You know what I mean? And I had just put my hand on the door and he grabbed me and I woke up. That quick, I woke up. One time I got on a school bus and he was on the school bus. Or I was on the bus and then he got on the bus and then I was trapped and I think I ran out the back. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to make my dad a villain. I'm not. I'm not trying to put him on blast or whatever, but this is the reality. This is the reality that the older generation don't want to see. And then another thing that fucking sets me off too is when people are like, get over it. I'm sorry. I would love to get over all the anxiety and depression that I've had I would love to just be like, I'm over it. Do you know how much easier my life would have been if I could snap my fingers and just be over shit? It would be amazing. I would use it all the fucking time. It'd be like Magneto. Like, oh, this fucking asshole cut me off. Over it. Oh, I lost my job. Over it. Oh man, I can't go do this thing that I really want to do. Over it. And some things you can, realistically, right? Some things you can just be like, oh well, it is what it is, and you know what I mean? Sometimes I play this video game and it's really easy to accidentally scrap something you didn't mean to scrap, and I feel the game really teaches you to be okay with losing things. The game really teaches you to be okay with letting go of stuff. But some things are so ingrained and wired into us that we can't just let it go, because the body has kept the score. When I struggle to have relationships, I can't just let that go. I have to work on that. And it is work. And sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it seems like it's impossible that I'll ever reach the person that I want to be, that I'll ever uncover and unearth the true me that I was meant to be before life got its hands on me. And some days I struggle with that. But for the most part, I show up and I try to be grateful for the things that I have. And I work on healing. And I try to encourage other people to heal. And I don't ever want to make anybody feel bad. That's not my goal. You know what I mean? If I could snap my fingers and make things happen, you know what I mean? I'd have everybody fucking heal. I'd have everybody get on the journey. I'd have everybody really face their fucking shadow and their inner demons and whatever. You know what I mean? But on the subject of parents being pissed off that their adult children don't want anything to do with them, maybe you need to look in the mirror. And if you can't do that, maybe you need to accept that you're just not going to have a relationship with them. I don't think people should have to change for other people. I think people should change for themselves. You know what I mean? And if you think there's really nothing wrong with you, but your child does, that's just, it is what it is. And you trying to shame them or woe is me them into submission, it's just not going to happen. my generation was built different. And, you know, I think a lot of things that parents assume we're mad about, we're not. You know what I mean? Like, you weren't there, but we had a lot of freedom for self-exploration. We had a lot of freedom for our choose your own adventure. Do you know what I mean? And that part I'm not mad about. But, like, never being present, never being nurturing, never being, you know what I mean? Choosing you over choosing me. I think that's called sowing seeds, and you reap what you sow. So, sorry about it, but I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse. I'm going to leave it here. And remember, if you can't stand nobody fuck else today, please stand yourself. Be kind to yourself. Even if your adult children don't want fucking anything to do with you. Be loving with yourself. Even if you are the adult child, they don't want nothing to fucking do with your parents. You know what I mean? Let yourself off the hook. You know? Because until we love ourselves, really and truly, we're not really able to love anybody else. You know what I mean? And love is more than a feeling. It's an act. It's a choice. So, anyway, take care.